We are live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Our Story Got Melody. If this is the very first time you're joining, my name is Dion Glasgow Douglas, and I am a Guyanese cultural storyteller. I am here to tell our beautiful stories in our beautiful Creolese language. And on tonight's episode, we are going to be playing a game. That's all we are going to be doing tonight, just playing a game. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Good night, Pollyann. Good night, how you do, girl? Good night, Zabida, girl. You're there, Pollyann. You're there, Zabida. You're there. Me glad are you come. Are you come in and sit down? Are you call and pick me too? Call and pick me and grab your coconut oil. You know the last time, right? Remember the last time me take me and I push him in this coconut oil bottle. Me take out some of this coconut oil. So, and me do some, me rub up on my finger. And me show when I do it. And when girl say, here she said, no, girl, you lie. That thing is not coconut oil. So, me ask you, woman, she said, she said, coconut oil don't look like this. But what she don't know is that coconut oil sleep and wake up. Just like Shane Bush. You remember Shane Bush? Yes, Shane Bush does sleep and wake up, and coconut oil does sleep and wake up too. But the girl don't know that. You understand? So here the girl tell me, oh, me lie that thing there is not coconut it's not coconut oil. Who else me gonna use? You think me gonna use any kind of thing and tell y'all it's coconut oil? I would never do that. It's coconut oil. Camo, good night, Ambika, good night, Speedy Gonzalez, good night. You know they used to call me sort of Speedy Gonzalez. Yes, they used to call me that too. I call them Pickney now. Call them Pickney, Shamila, call them Pickney. Valencia, call them Pickney. Beverly, call them Pickney. Jeffrey, yeah, bye. Yeah, I do my thing, you know, right? Pollyann, good night, good night, good night. Yeah, thanks for the love, girl. Damn, Patty, good night. Speedy Guns, you love me here? Yeah, bye. And the coconut oil too. Speedy, she not from GT. Don't be one for know if she don't say coconut oil or sleep. Joy, good night. Joy said, blessing, greetings, and peace from Trinidad and Tobago to all my Guyanese peeps. Love and miss you all. Oh, the girl, that Trini. Okay, girl. Good night, Camille. Good night, Lizelle. Lizelle, good night, Camille. Camille or Camille? Me say your name right, girl. Sharon, good night. Indira, good night. Alana, good night. So let me start talk and then, okay, good night. So let we start, right? Tonight, we playing a game. That's all we doing. We're doing nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Just so me say, adjust them, make a do. So you call them picnic, and let them picnic, hear the story. Because, you know, we culture stay, you know, we Creoles, if you not take them and pass them on from one to the next, good night, heaven. Nobody not gonna know. I'm saying I have to take them and pass them on there. He said, good night. Good night, Zorina. Good night, Pullmani. Good night. Yes, gal. Slim, take your day, gal. Rivana said, good night, Rivana, darling. That's the little singer girl, the little singer. Wait, me feel like me miss somebody. Good night, Nerissa. Gal, me miss you or what, gal? Good night, Zorina. Good night, Pullmani. Rivana, good night, baby. Good night, Firina. Good night, Nadia. Good night, Camille. Camille. Me don't know if me say your name right, gal. Help me out. Good night, Mashafa. Good night. So I call him Pickney because it's just a game we playing tonight. Okay? Pickney, you come. Call him Pickney. Yes, gal. Call him Pickney. Good night. Black and shine. You know though, when I done rub up in me coconut oil and I beg you come by. It's black and shine. Sunshine, you know thing. Shame bush, shut your eye. Shame bush, open your eye. Well, girl, and I saw the girl thinks because me I use the coconut oil and the coconut oil been asleep, she think the thing got a problem. You understand? So here now, let we go. Tonight we talking about GT Crissmus. Are you ready? Hear this one, you know. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is stale Peppapat. Tell them, we Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is stale Peppapat. We Crissmus is carol singing. We Crissmus is no big thing. We Crissmus is ginger bear. We Crissmus is Happy New Year. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is shop till you drop. Tonight we playing the game ever or never ever. Now let me tell you how this game does go. If you ever, you're gonna put say you ever. And if you never ever, you're gonna put say you never ever. All right, you ready? If you ever, say you ever. And if you never ever, just say you never ever. You ever, take your big finger. So And when your mother done put the cake in the oven, you take your big finger so and you grab the bowl and you take this finger so you go right around the bowl so and all the thing come up on your finger and lick come so. If you ever say you ever and if you never ever just say you never ever. Yes, we Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is stale Peppapat. You never ever, and I think you never ever. So who ever, yes, you ever take your big finger and fight with your brother for the bowl, and then you make so. Oh gosh, let me see. Ambika say I ever, and Simtic say she remember them days, and Charmin say she ever, and Veronica say look at your style. And Carolyn say, she ever, and Zorina say, she ever, and Nadira say, she ever, and Evan say, or Linda ever, and Farina ever, and Donna ever, and wait, me not everybody, and Lonsdale ever, and Antoinette ever, and Nivek never ever. Okay, we see we Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is stale Peppapat. Tell them, yes, we just eat Peppapat just like how we just eat peas porridge. Peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot, 9 days old. Yes, some like it hot, some like it cold. This is how we like we Peppapat. Some like it in the pot, 9 days old. If you ever, say you ever. And if you never ever, just say you never ever. It's all right. You ever, take the polish. Mix it with a little kerosene because the polish near done. And then you take a piece of rag, any piece of rag, and it's so you're shining the floor and dancing. You ever shine the floor and dance and shine and dance and shine and dance? Yes. You ever shine and dance? If you ever, just say you ever. And if you never ever is all right, just say you never ever. You ever shine and dance, you're just shining there and you're dancing. You're shining and dancing. Esther say, she ever. She shine and dance. Yes. We don't shine and dance. Yes. And Valencia say, she ever, and Charmin say, she ever, and Deborah say, she ever, and Zorina say, she ever. Good night, Zorina. There's the next Zorina. Janelle say, she ever, and Charmin, good night. And Roxanne say, she never ever. Roxanne, you never ever. And Rafina say, okay, she ever, okay. Olivia say, she ever, and Sunshine say, she ever, and Speedy say, he never ever, and Donan say, he never ever. You ever, and Omela say, she never ever. And Denny say, she never ever. Yes, 100% Orland. Yes. You never shine and dance and shine and dance. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is stale Peppapat. You ever sing the song? Santa thinky nice. Give me the next line. Ha. Santa thinky nice. What we used to sing. Write it there if you ever remember the song. If you remember, write the next line. Santa think he nice. What Santa do when he think he nice? Tell me there. Yes, if you ever, then write what the next line of the lyrics. Write the song. You see, we Crissmus is hot. Denise says she ever. Yes, Veronica, good night. Good night, Denise. Christina says she ever. Let me see who can tell me what Santa do when he think he nice. Santa think he nice. Aha. Tell me what happened there. Roxanne says she never ever. Roxanne, thank you for coming, girl. You never ever. Oh gosh. Wait. Speedy said he buy a bag of rice. It's not a bag of rice he buy. No, it's not a bag of rice. Lonsdale say, wait. It's not a bag of rice. It's not a bag of rice, Santa buy. Let me see who get it. Wait. He buy a pint of rice. Yes, he buy a pint of rice. When Santa think he nice, he buy a pint of rice. There's a song we used to sing. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is stale Peppapat. You ever take the Palatine centerpiece, soak it down in soap powder, and then take your on, put it on the scrubbing board, and perhaps you another brush, and what you do? You take your hand and you start scrooks. You're washing the palatine centerpiece. And when you look so, you realize that all is a bruise up and burning. If you ever, say you ever. And if you never, ever, just say you never, ever. Yes, everybody get it. Eat buy a pint of rice. If you ever, just say you ever. You ever, wash palatine thing. So till all is a bruise up. If you ever, just say you ever. And if you never, ever, just say you never, ever. Yes. Exactly. Buy a pint of rice and he put it in a bowl. My auntie mom, you know the whole thing. Slim Thick says she ever. Yes, Slim Thick says she ever. And then he say she never ever. And then he say she never ever. And Donna says she never ever. And Olivia says she never ever. And Chris never ever. Wait, I want to see. Speedy Gonzalez say ever. And Roxanne says she ever. Yes, she ever. Yes. And Sunshine says she ever. And Evan says she never ever. And who else? And Stacia says she never. Crissmus is best in Guyana. And Vanessa says she never. And Court say he ever. Let me ask you this one here now. You ever get a box? You know which box I'm talking about? The sweet drink box. Fill it up with the 24 empty bottle and gone and stand up by the gate waiting for the drinks truck come. You ever or you never ever. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is still Peppapat. Yes, tell me you ever or you never ever. Take the whole box of empty bottles, stand up by the gate, waiting for the sweet drink truck come so you could buy sweet drink. If you ever, just say you ever. And if you never, just say you never, ever. Is that right? It's not a big thing. Okay, let me see. Who ever. I know if this is the ever from the next one or the new one. If you ever, just say you ever. And if you never, just say you never, ever. Bring that to me, please. If you ever, say you ever. Buy street drink. Okay. If you ever, give that to me, please. Yeah, if you ever, say you ever. And if you never, say you never, Let me see. Joy says she ever. And Ramisa says she ever with the Palatine duck. Yeah, she ever. Oh gosh, everybody gone up there. Ever. Never, ever. My brother was too small to help. Ever. If you ever, just say you ever. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is still Peppapat. Yes, we just eat the Peppapat like we eat peas porridge in the pot. 9 days old. The older it is, the sweeter it is. If you ever had to be the one for take out all them wares out the cabinet. You know, all year you are using a spoon, you're using a plate, you're using nothing from the cabinet what they're in the living room. Because you know, them wares them that is like museum pieces. You just sit down there and watching them. And then Christmas time they come out. You ever had to wash all them wares and put them back in the cabinet? If you ever, just say you ever. And if you never, just say you never, is all right. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is hot. Let me see. Faye says she ever to the sweet drink box. And Roxanne says she ever. And Andrea says she ever. And Sword Singh say he ever. Slim Six say, and yeah, wash them up at Christmas time. If you ever, just say ever. Yes, we Crissmus is homemade bread. Yes, there's we Crissmus ever. Yes, if you ever got to wash out all them wares. That was we Crissmus. I ever with the wares. Granny used to tell us it's for when family come. Yes, ever. Carlin says she ever. Oh Lord, ever. Or Linda say, and Ambika say ever. And June says she me ever. And Lonsdale say ever with the wares. And guys are going fast. And Shaimu says she ever. And Ruth says she ever. Sonita say ever. And Ornella say ever. And it's Melissa say ever. And then Amanda say ever. I'll know Eve. Ever still washing here. Exactly. Let me ask you this one, Tell me about this one, You ever got to be the one who got to climb up and take the broom, the pint of broom, and reach them cobweb what nobody else can reach. Got your foot on that chair and your next foot on that chair, and you got a broom in your hand, and you're trying to reach them cobweb, and them maribonto, and all them things won't get disturbed till this time of the year. If you ever had to cobweb, if you ever just say you ever, yes, you have to wash and dry them before you put them away. Robert said, my sister, ever, you ever cobweb far up where one foot there so and one foot there so and you nearly fall down. If you ever just say you ever, and if you never ever just say you never ever. Let me see, Andrea say ever with the cobweb. Shalini, good night. And it's Melissa say, yes, I did. And Shaimoon say, ever and get some fall down too. And Veronica say, yes, we drunk struck and waiting for talking from the drink truck too. If you ever just say ever. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is still Peppapat. We like with Peppapat with be bread on Christmas morning. And then we just sing, drink a rum on a Christmas morning, drink a rum. Yes, that was my big cousin doing. He was the only boy in the house. Never ever. This is what the girls say. And then he said, ever with the cobweb. Yes, we Crissmus was hot. We Crissmus was stale Peppapat. All right, let me ask. Yes, I had to ever with the pint of broom because I'm the only child. Yes, that's what Gita said. And Esther says she ever. And Sunita says she ever. And Evan says she, and Evan is say nothing. And Ramiza say, me and one does climb and fall down. Yes. And Neil say, climb the ladder and scrub around the house. Yes. That's my song. Drink a rum on our Christmas morning. Drink a rum. Drink if you drink it. And Delon say, yes, bread. Yes, but homemade bread. And they got a plait. Yes, we homemade bread plait. When you hold the one, so you take the other one. So you have a plait of homemade bread. And then you put the one there. And then you got to put the one so for lie down. Then you bring over the. Then you bring the one between. So then you continue the plaiting like you're plaiting of bread. Yes, we Peppapat with homemade bread. Stale with homemade bread. What's the reason for the ever? Okay, Sandrina, we playing a little game. We going back into our childhood and thinking and talking about the way Christmas was. And we deciding if we ever did something, if we ever, or if we never ever. So listen to the next one and tell me if you ever do it. You ever take down all the picture them off the stump wall and got to clean up all them space between the stump wall. You job was so white between all them little thing in the stump wall, and then put back all them ornament up there. If you ever just say you ever, and if you never ever just say you never ever. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is stale Peppapat. We Crissmus is ginger bear. We Crissmus is Happy New Year. We Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is sharp till you drop. Yes, we Crissmus is carol singing. We Crissmus is no big thing. We Crissmus is hot. So let me see. A lot of people say ever, and we just call the ends of the bread, Bobby, and Shaimoon say ever, and Rose say ever, Andrea say ever, and Slim Tick say ever, and Allison say ever, and guys, the thing I go fast. And Amanda say ever, and Nanda say ever, and Charmin say never, and Roxanne say yes, I ever. Okay, guys, and Lonzale say ever clean the wall. Yes, there's we Crissmus. Are you ready for this one, eh? You ever now had mumo and you had to suck granny. Remember them days though? When your decoration was 2 nail and a palatine and some Christmas card? You ever take a hammer, find a nice place on the wall where you got no decoration, and you take a nail and you knock it in the wall there. You tie the palatine on the nail, you give it a little belly, bring it over there, tie it on the next nail, and they say you take them Christmas card and you hang them up from one side to the next. Aha! If you ever just say you ever. If you never ever, it's just not a part of your tradition. You're too little. You didn't know about it, but want to hear about it. If you ever make the decoration with toenail, a piece of palatine, and all them Christmas card just hang up. So yes, that was we Crissmus, boy. We Crissmus was hot, hot, hot. We Crissmus was stale Peppapat. Yes, making flowers from paper. Also use a bottle for a vase. Yes, hang them according to size. Yes, Zyphrin. Yes, we hang them according to size. That was we Crissmus. And Sandra said, postcard decoration on the wall. Yes, and you sit down and you're dreaming. You're dreaming about all them places where you never go and where you might go. And Colette says she ever. And Sharon says she ever. And Ambika said yes. And oh gosh, wait, this who said up making the Christmas tree on the wall. It just gone away ever. And after Christmas done, put them away for the next year. That is how we used to do it. Yes, palatine. Oh gosh, let me see. Guys, the thing moving so fast, I can't even catch it. Okay, yes, palatine tied with Christmas card. Ever. A little string of fairy light if you're lucky. It's true. But we Crissmus was hot. We Crissmus was stale Peppapat, and the staler the better. And somebody said, but the thing went up too fast. You ever got a big wall there. And now you're going to take them Christmas card and you're going to make a Christmas tree with them. If you ever take them Christmas card and you make a Christmas tree with them, guess what? Or why you say you ever. And if you never ever is all right. But if you ever, you know, say, we Crissmus was hot. We Crissmus was still Peppapat. We Crissmus was carol singing. We Crissmus was no big thing. You remember that? Yes. My grandmother those days with the card. My grandmother, yes. And then Sunshine said, all night is bang, bang, bang. You put some card on the center table too. Yeah. We Crissmus was tradition. We Crissmus was, wait, let me see who said never, ever making Christmas decoration. Yeah, we Crissmus is tradition. We Crissmus is making decoration. We didn't have nobody for make for we. We never used to buy. We used to have for make for ourselves. Let me hear this one. Yes, the Christmas card ever. I remember. Indrani said, I remember that was the Christmas card when I was in Guyana as my home, I decorated. Yes. And Shaman said they used to put the Christmas card on the carpet too. Yes. You take some of them and you just spread them around the floor. So, yes. All right. If you ever just say you ever. And if you never ever, just say you never ever. You ever cut up gabardine. Yes, I'm talking about green gabardine and fry from out so take out a little bit soap on the one side, take out a little bit on the next side, then wrap it around a pint or something and make a Christmas tree and then make some fry for cotton. Yes, far out cotton and then put it all over the Christmas tree. Yes, when we had mama, we had to suck granny and make we own Christmas tree. If you ever just say you ever. And if you never ever is all right. If you never ever is all right. Ever we Guyanese have so much memories in common. Yes. If we ever we say we ever. And if we never ever, we still put a Christmas card on the center table. Yes, Deborah. Bless, good night. God is great. Enjoy. And Sharon say, yes, I ever. Yes. And Christmas tree from tree lime. Yes, you go outside and you pick a bramble and you bring it inside. If you ever just say you ever. And what Felicia say, and cut plastic and make flower. If you ever cut plastic or take stocking or palatine and make flower, say you ever. And if you never ever is all right. We Crissmus is tradition. We Crissmus is make we own decoration. Tell them pick me because them in order. Ever with the Christmas card on the wall. Newspaper Christmas tree. Yes. Andrea say ever. And Colette say never ever. Your Colette, your thing gone. And Charmin say, what you call that white thing that used to make it on the pint of broom? Can me not remember what you talk about? And Ceci says, yes, the bramble. And we decorate with cotton wool on the Christmas tree for the snow. Yes, we know about no snow, But they say it because we get this foreign mentality. And you know, we were colonized. We think say we had to have snow when we had rain and mud, Dora just there in front. We no want that. We want what we not got because of how we colonize. All right, you ready for this last one? You ever, well, it's two more, God. You ever eat the cow face in the pepper pot till the thing so thick and it stick up on your lip like glue? And when you make so, when you're making so, it's so your lip like it wants to stick up together. When you're making so, it's like your lip wants to stick up together. You ever eat the, yes, cloth and pinter to make flowers? It's true, Deborah. It make out of foam. How girl, me no know what. Yes, if you ever eat the pepper pot, the white thing is what they call packing peanuts in the USA. Okay. Me no know what you talk about, girl. Scrap mat. Oh, that's styrofoam. Somebody says styrofoam, girl. Me no know if I that. And Zorine said, I used to make Christmas and tree with dry black sage tree and wrap matchbox with shine paper to decorate the Christmas tree. Also cotton wool. That is how we used to make Christmas gift. If you ever take some empty box and wrap them up for make thing, for put decoration, for put on the Christmas tree. If you ever say you ever, and if you never ever, just say you never ever. Somebody said never ever with the cow face, ever with the Peppapat glue. Yes, Peppapat glue. Or Linda says she ever, and Denise says she ever. Talk the thing cow face does work good in the pepper pot. It's true. And if you ever, just say you ever with the cow face in the pepper pot. Yes, let me see. Oh yes, ever. Yes, ever. Pepper pot and homemade bread is a must. Yes, we Crissmus is hot. We Crissmus is stale pepper pot. We Crissmus is carol singing. We Crissmus is no big thing. Let me get you this last one, you know. You ever grind fruit with a mill where you got to hold the handle, the hand mill, and you put in the fruit and you put your hand at the top and it's so you're spinning it. You ever grind fruit with the mill? Yes. And when you're done, you got to open the old mill because fruit's still there in there. And you take out all the little parts, so screw them out. And then you take out the little fruit from there and you take it and you push it around, so, and you get out all the fruits from there. And all the fruits from there, you take it. And what you do with it? You got to put it in the container, or some of it you're eating. You ever, or you never ever with the fruit. Ever with my mom. Yes, girl, you get it thing. You ever with your mom. Yes, you ever. Yes, if you ever, just say you ever. Paper and paste to make string along. And if you never ever, just say you never ever. Roxanne say ever. Esther say ever. And Charmaine say my mother. Yes, ginger beer and black cake. Gosh, you go up so fast, picnic. Yes, ever. All right. So now we used to sing another song. Let me hear if I'm going to finish. Christmas is coming. Tell me when me say that. Christmas is coming. Face say, she ever with grind the fruit in the hand mill. And then he say, yes, ever. I used to help me nanny. Yes, and Lonsdale say, no, wait. Lonsdale gone. Oh gosh, why you gone? No, ever. You lick your finger. Yes. And Jennifer say ever. Oh gosh, guy, you go. Of course, that was the only way to grind fruit ever with my mom and brothers. It's true. Yes, I ever all the time. And Zorina's here, and I got one of the mills still. Where to go? Okay, the goose is getting fat. Yes, the goose is getting fat. Now, let me show you. Want me just show you there? Want me just show all of you there? Is something that I want us to guard. What we have just engaged in is called shared memory. Shared memory. Something that regardless of our race, regardless of our political affiliations, there are some shared memories that we have as Guyanese. And I think sometimes when we become so bombarded by the things that separate us, we must take a minute and think about the things that bind us, the things that make us one, and that is our beautiful culture, our memory of shared experiences. That's the first takeaway I want you to take away from tonight's episode. It's that we have a shared common experience as Guyanese, that we are not as different as we want to believe or that people would make us believe. We are not that different. Point number two, ours was a Christmas where we became extremely, or if you want to say, ultra creative, and we created everything that didn't exist. There was no limitations on us. We invented what wasn't there. This was a time when I think we did not wear our poverty as outwardly as it is worn now. And we made what didn't exist. I want to remind you that when you look at yourself, do not only see limitations, see what you can become. Even if sometimes you think that the circumstances around you are hindering you from getting to your dreams, I want you to remember how we as Guyanese became so ultra creative at Christmas time that we could make Christmas tree, Christmas decoration, mat for floor, go yasin, make curtain. There were no limits to us. I want to say to you, stop putting limits on yourself. And if it's the people around you who are holding these limitations on you, then it's time for you to change your friends. You do not need to be in a space where you feel limited. Take a minute and think about, why is it that I feel that this space is not allowing me to be at my creative best? One of the things that I know can surely hinder creativity is allowing yourself to be bombarded by negativity, especially in the form of news. I am not going to say to you, stop listening to news. That's a choice you have to make. But what I know is that negativity kills creativity and you're not able to function at your optimum. That's the space you came from. You came from a space of no limits. Nothing was impossible. You were unstoppable. What is holding you back now at this part of your life? What is holding you back at this venture of your life to change whatever the situation is? If we didn't like we all scrap mat, we could have dashed it away and make a new scrap mat. If you're looking at your body and you don't like how your body going, you don't like how your BT drop down, you don't like how your hand down, yes, I got enough tire, all your belly got tire, you don't like it, you could change something about it. You don't like how your relationship is going, you don't like the people you're surrounding yourself with, you can change that. You are an agent of change. You've shown that in your growing up, in your childhood. If you can take newspaper, yes, newspaper, soak them in starch, or if you're not gonna starch, you take flour and put water on them and make paste, and you paste up the newspaper on the wall for Christmas time if you're not got nothing else. If you can take newspaper and paste up the wall and create the wall how you want them, what make you allow them thoughts for still there gorong in your head? What make you allow them thoughts? What make you tell yourself all them things there? What make you hold on the past and you not let go? And every time you open your mouth, you talk the same story all the time. Who do you this and who do you that? Let it go. Let it go. All thing we just chow it. That's how we do it Christmas time. We do a cleaning. And you know that too. We just broke up the house and we just do a cleaning and we just chow it from Ari right to Ari wrong. Everything working for me. And now me want to tell you, take that same attitude with your life. You are given one life, one opportunity to get to your greatness. Stop making excuses. Stop allowing yourself to be limited and step into who you are. Stop looking at yourself through the eyes of another person. Now, you see, the way you see yourself must always be stronger than the way other people see you. Now, understand that in Guyana, when you see we make we Peppapat, I put my own taste to it, you put your own taste to it, she put your own taste to it, and she over there put your own taste to it, and she make she Peppapat. When you're done, there is you Peppapat. Now, what has happened is that we have allowed people to determine that our Peppapat is not the best Peppapat that we can offer. Own your Peppapat. Yes, own your Peppapat. It's your own. You cook it, eat it. Do not be afraid. I'm not saying don't taste other people's Peppapat. I'm not saying don't open yourself to what other people might think. But the thoughts that you have about yourself are the greatest thoughts that will influence your life. Your greatest relationship that you should be working on right now is the relationship you have with yourself. If you're broken, if you're at a place where you're feeling you cannot go on for whatever reason and whatever circumstance, I want you to know that you came from a place of resilience. There was nothing we couldn't do. We could mend bus rubber dinky. Bus rubber dinky. What other people gonna take and just dash away? You could mend bus rubber dinky. So don't tell me that you can't fix something in your life. Yes, you can't. If you can't fix something in your own life and you could fix a rubber dinky. And the last thing is, let me see how I'm going to put it. How we just say it. One kiss not done jabone. One kiss not done jabone. And this is the one I'm going to end with. For those of you that know what I mean. That is to say that a single experience doesn't determine the totality of a thing. You remember how we can take stocking when it done strand and make flower at Christmas time? You remember we can take them telephone book when them done use and make vase with them? You remember that? You remember how we can take newspaper, what done read since January morning, and we can cut it and make them Christmas decoration? Whether it be in your own life, that you have done something and you're saying like, oh my God, me can't go, me can't do this. I'm saying to you, it is not the end of the road. It is just a bend in the road. Open your eyes and see beyond the moment. See that there is more to you than what is. That's how we were raised, that we could have taken a piece of gabardine, what done worn out, make school clothes with them. When it done worn out again, cut them up and make Christmas tree. Yes, and you sit down here and telling me, say, you can't go on because one thing happened to you. We are coxing for go through the seasons of life and still be useful. That is where we come from. That is where we come from. We can go through season and still be useful. You know where we come from? We is the people them. What us get flooded out. And when the shit waters go down, no matter what, water does go down. No matter we rise up, water does go down. And me I said that for tell you, say, no matter what, not give up. No matter if one thing happen, there is more to you. Do not let anybody confine you to their definition of how you should be, because we did not exist in a world of confinement. We were never confined. You could not have given us a piece of paper and tell us it was a paper. No. If we want, that could become toilet paper. If we want, it could have become a collar for we hair. If we want, it could become decoration. If we want, we could roll it up and put it in the hole. If we want, we could use it for clean lampshade. Stop allowing people to put limitations on you when you were raised in a culture where you were never limited. And that's where I'm going to end by saying to you guys, we Crissmus was hot, hot, hot. We Crissmus was stale Peppapat. We Crissmus was carol singing. We Crissmus was no big thing. We Crissmus was decoration. We Crissmus was hot, hot, hot. We Crissmus was sharp till you drop. We Crissmus was ginger beer. We Crissmus was Happy New Year. Yes. Enjoy the Christmas. Enjoy the season with them picnic too. But never forget where you come from. Never forget where you come from. I'm going to talk off and left off. All right. Good night. Bye-bye.